By now, you should have known about the report that came out on Tuesday that FS1 was going to cut bait with Skip Bayless, who I like to call John Edward Bayless II. And there was a lot of speculation about whether or not he would return to ESPN or whether or not ESPN would want him back. So Tuesday, the report comes out that he was leaving FS1 or FS1 was firing him. They're just, doing that as a public face-saving measure. And then on Wednesday, the report comes out saying that ESPN was not interested in bringing him back. So, real quickly, right? It's not going to be a long video, but why did ESPN quickly came out and shut down any inclination of a Skip Bayless reunion? There's a couple things in play here. The first thing and the most obvious, what's up, Alex? Salute to you. The first thing and the most obvious is that they don't need him. They already have Stephen A. Smith, who was reportedly set to sign a $125 million deal. They already plucked the rival, the main talent, Undisputed, and Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp is a ratings magnet. And then they had Pat McAfee, right? So when you got Stephen A., you got Shannon Sharp, and you got Pat McAfee, there's no need to bring in a Skip Bayless, who is untalented, who don't draw ratings, and he, at this point, is a bigger cost than what he's worth. But there's another thing in play here, right? There's another thing in play of why ESPN quickly and vehemently shut down any chance of a Skip Bayless reunion, because he wasn't very well liked when he was there. He was not very well liked when he was there. And it's like, if anybody disagreed with Skip Bayless would go into this big old hissy fit. When you factor in guys like Scott Van Pelt, and even though he's not there anymore, but Dan Le Batard and other former ESPN colleagues and employees, Skip Bayless was not a very well-liked guy. So when you factor in the backstage politics where he wasn't very well liked, that he don't draw ratings, plus he's a talentless, useless hack, then you can why vehemently or any chance for a Skip Bayless reunion with that network. And that's the bottom line. I told y'all, this man was a one-trick pony and a cheap trick circus. And when the tired act of always bashing LeBron James, despite the fact LeBron James would put up monstrous performances and things of that nature, when you constantly pick and try to find little angles to try to, spew little bullshit talking points or whatever like that, eventually the act is going to wear thin. And the act got tired. And people did not like this guy. Behind the scenes, there was this massive jubilation and celebration when this man decided to leave for Fox Sports 1 back in 2016. It was almost a case of Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. See, this man's own ego got in the way. He thought he was bigger than the network. He thought he was bigger than anything when it comes down to sports topics and debates. He thought he was the end all be all. Nobody could touch him. Nobody could see him. Nobody could be in this man's ionosphere when it comes to debates. This man was literally on his own island. And when you on this kind of ego trip, and when you're on this kind of self-serving agenda, when you try to make yourself out to be bigger than everything else, then it's going to come with pushback. It's going to come with opposition. And unfortunately for Skip Bayless, the opposition was so great to the point he burnt that bridge. And ESPN chose not to rebuild that bridge. So he's stuck. I told y'all this Tuesday night when I did the video about him getting fired from FS1. I told y'all then that ESPN was going to have no interest in bringing him back. But I wanted to expand further on why they decided to not bring him back. This man has caused a lot of rift. And I don't feel sorry for him. I don't. He's going to have to try to make it on YouTube. He has to come down here on these YouTube streets, and I guess the show that, he has on YouTube that I'm not going to watch it. He's going to have to make it off that. So you guys let me know what y'all think. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Ho!